Good morning, students. Today our discussion topic is solar photovoltaic technology. So the sun is the only is an extremely powerful energy source, and it supplies directly and indirectly all the energy required for the sustaining life on the earth. So today we are going to discuss about somewhat related to the what is solar photovoltaic and what are the different technologies of solar voltaic which is utilized in India or practiced in India nowadays. So this topic is from paper 1 semester 4th, and under the topic or unit 1, that is eco technology. So we have to discuss 4 points related to the solar photovoltaic technology, that is solar cell, solar heater, solar cooker and smokeless chulha. So smokeless chulha is little bit different from that all the three topics, but all these three topics, solar cell, solar heater and solar cooker, all comes under the solar photovoltaic technology. The term photovoltaic, first we must know the photovoltaic. So this is the term which introductory part of this term is already given in the semester 2. So you have already gone through the term, that is photovoltaic. So what is photovoltaic? Photovoltaic is nothing but the photo means light. Here photo means light and voltaic means voltage. So when light energy is converted into the electrical energy by this method, this is said to be the photovoltaic. So photovoltaic is a method of generating electrical power. यहाँ पे हम क्या करते हैं, इलेक्ट्रिकल पावर जनरेट करते हैं बाय कन्वर्टिंग सोलर रेडिएशन इनटू द डायरेक्ट करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. हम सोलर रेडिएशन को डायरेक्टली इलेक्ट्रिकल करंट में कन्वर्ट करते हैं बाय यूजिंग द सेमीकंडक्टर. यहाँ पे हम क्या करते हैं, by with the help of semiconductor, and this semiconductor that exhibit the photovoltaic effect. यही semiconductor क्या करते हैं, सोलर एनर्जी को इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी में कन्वर्ट करने की एबिलिटी रखते हैं. So photovoltaic power generation employs solar panel. So you can say that ये जो फोटोवोल्टेक पावर होते हैं, जनरेशन होता है, एम्प्लॉय सोलर पैनल. ये सोलर पैनल में एबिलिटी होती है विच इज़ कंपोज्ड ऑफ सोलर नंबर ऑफ सोलर सेल्स. सोलर पैनल में बहुत सारे सोलर सेल्स होते हैं एंड कंटेनिंग द फोटोवोल्टेक मटेरियल, और उनमें फोटोवोल्टेक मटेरियल होते हैं. And the material presently used for photovoltaic included the mono or the polycrystalline silicon. और ये जो cells होते हैं, they are consisting of a material, photovoltaic material that has a capability to convert the solar energy directly into the electrical energy, and this is nothing but the silicon. तो सिलिकॉन का वापर किया जाता है, एक ऐसा प्रकार का सेमीकंडक्टर है विच डायरेक्टली कन्वर्ट्स द सोलर एनर्जी इनटू द इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी. Next, coming up to the definition. So what is a solar cell? A cell which converts light to the electricity. Which type of light? Solar light. तो एक सोलर सेल क्या करता है, विच कन्वर्ट्स द लाइट टू द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, एंड दिस सेल प्रोड्यूस बोथ इलेक्ट्रिकल करंट एंड वोल्टेज. यहाँ पे द सेल, ये जो सोलर सेल होता है, ये दोनों प्रोड्यूस करता है, इलेक्ट्रिकल करंट भी प्रोड्यूस करता है एंड वोल्टेज by the photovoltaic effect, and technology is often given the name photovoltaic. So in shortcut you can say that electricity can be generated directly from the solar radiation using the photovoltaic cell. So PV cell makes electricity without moving and polluting. So this is the technique which is normally utilized nowadays, because it doesn't pollute the atmosphere and one of the renewable sources of the energy. Next, how does it work? The process. The process by which the absorption of light in the solar cell can be produced, DC इलेक्ट्रिकल पावर, जो लाइट प्रोड्यूस किया, लाइट को कन्वर्ट करके इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी में कन्वर्ट किया जाता है बाय मीन्स ऑफ सोलर सेल, वो नॉर्मली डीसी में कन्वर्ट किया जाता है, डायरेक्ट करंट में. And the solar cell are generally very small. Solar cell जो होते हैं, they are very small in size and each one may only be capable of generating a few watt of electricity. तो हर एक सेल जो होता है, they have got the capability to generate the electricity in a very small amount. They are typically combined into modules. ऐसे बहुत सारे solar cells होते हैं and their energy are concentrated. So they are typically combined into modules of about 40 cells. So you can say that they are combined into modules of 40 cells. And the modules in turn assembles into the PV arrays to several meters on a side. And these flat plates PV arrays can be mounted at a fixed angle facing the south. मतलब एक ऐसा प्रकार का फ्लैट पैनल होता है जो कि साउथ को फेसिंग करके रखा जाता है, सो दैट मोस्ट अमाउंट ऑफ द सोलर रेडिएशन कैन you can say that then divert the solar energy into the electrical energy, or more amount of electrical energy can be produced. So this is a solar cell. Solar cell are the devices that converts the sunlight directly into the electricity. So you can say that this is the cell and a module is consisting of more than 40 this type of cells. So what is the main function of this cell is that converts the sunlight energy. क्या करते हैं, सनलाइट एनर्जी को कन्वर्ट करते हैं डायरेक्टली इनटू द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी में कन्वर्ट किया जाता है. Next is solar cells are made up of layer of semiconductors. So if you can find out a single cell over here, so in this cell you can say that they are consisting of or made up of layers of semiconductors. Semiconductor के layers से तैयार हुए होते हैं. And similar to those used in the computer chips, when the sunlight is absorbed by this material, these semiconductor devices, they have a tendency to absorb the sunlight. So when the sunlight is absorbed by this material, the solar energy knocks electron loose from their atom and allowing the electron to flow through the material to produce the electricity. And these semiconductors or silicons, they allow the electron to flow through the materials and the electricity is generated. So this is an example of this is a picture of a solar cell. तो सोलर सेल्स आर जनरली वेरी स्मॉल, बहुत छोटे स्मॉल साइज से होते हैं. ईच वन में only be capable of generating a few watt of electricity. They have got a capacity to generate very few amount of electricity and they are typically combined into modules of 40 cells, you know it, and these modules are in turn assembled. ये assemble किया जाता है into a PV array into a several meters on the side, you know that, and they are flat and they always face towards the south in order to get more and more amount of solar energy. Next is a solar cooker. So this is a picture of a solar cooker. So this picture is a solar cooker. So solar cooker is a device which uses the energy of direct sunlight to heat or cook or pasteurize drinks and other food material. So you can say that solar cooker एक ऐसा प्रकार का device है which converts the energy of sunlight directly into the heat. जहाँ पे सनलाइट एनर्जी जो है हीट एनर्जी में डायरेक्टली कन्वर्ट किया जाता है, तो दिस हीट एनर्जी इज यूटिलाइज टू कुक करने के लिए यूटिलाइज किया जाता है. सो सोलार energy is used to cook. That's why they are said to be the solar cooker. So what can be heated? Everything which we want to cook by means of the heat, like pasteurizing the drinks, if you want to boil or prepare a rice or dal, etc., etc., that can be utilized in the solar cooker or any type of food material. So what is a solar cooker? It is a device normally which is uses the energy of direct sunlight to the heat. यहाँ पे sunlight energy get converted into, यहाँ पे this is a mirror, and after when this light of the solar energy falls, it get diverted inside the cooker, and this inner side of the cooker is painted with the black, so that maximum amount of heat energy can be generated, and then the temperature normally ranges from 60 to 90 degree, and when it reaches up to 90 degree, then you can say that cooking process normally works. So this is again a device which is non-polluting, as well as when we are utilizing the solar energy, and which is the renewable sources of the energy. Next, coming up to the smokeless chulhas. So smokeless, from the name itself, it suggests that smokeless means here the smoke is not generated. Here the smoke is not generated. That's why it is said to be smokeless chulhas. So any type of chulhas which does not or reduces the smoke or does not create a smoke, or you can say that reduces the smoke up to the 80%, then we used to say that smokeless chula. So what is smokeless chula? It is designed in such a way that एडुकेट ऑक्सीजन, एडुकेट मतलब जितना ज़्यादा ऑक्सीजन चाहिए उतना ऑक्सीजन उनको अवेलेबल किया जाता है, एंड सप्लाइंग इन बर्निंग एरिया कंटिन्यूसली. सो जहाँ कहीं पे भी बर्निंग एरिया है वहाँ पे ऐसा इसे डिज़ाइन किया गया है कि द ऑक्सीजन इज सप्लाइड एडुकेट, maximum most of the oxygen is supplied in the burning area continuously, and this result in efficient combustion. मनु इसके कारण क्या होता है कि एक efficient combustion takes place करता है, और you can say that कि combustion process fully complete होता है, and because of that more and more amount of the heat energy is produced, and you can say that the complete combustion of the fuel takes place. So it produces 80% to 90% less smoke. यहाँ पे 90% या 80% तक कम smoke तैयार होता है, and it uses up to 50% less firewood. So it is against one of the technique which is to be utilized in order to for the sustainable development. So it doesn't create any type of pollutant in the atmosphere as well as on the land. So it is one of the again technique which is to be utilized nowadays, and here we are switching it from you can say that non-renewable sources of energy to the renewable sources of the energy. So this is again a picture of photovoltaic arrays. Here you can see these are typically combined into modules of 40 cells. 40 cells में क्या जाता है, and the modules are in turn assembled into PV arrays. PV arrays में उसे assemble किया जाता है. Just go through the pictures. This is an example of a solar heater. So when an object absorbs light, it gets hot. कोई भी object अगर absorb light करता है तो it becomes hot, and this heat energy is usable in various ways to provide space heating or cooling. यहाँ पे space heating या फिर cooling through हम क्या कर सकते हैं, energy को utilize किया जाता है. तो solar heater, solar means solar energy is utilized to heat the any substances like water. So when it is used to heat the water, it is said to be solar water heater. Next is solar roadways. Here the 104 kilowatt of the photovoltaic system along with the highways, they are utilized and they can be used along the roadside. So what are the application of the solar photovoltaic technology? It can be utilized in the power stations, in the building constructions, and in the transports. So this is a picture of power station where this electricity or this energy can be utilized. It can be utilized in the buildings also, and here in case of transportation. So PV is rarely used to provide motive power in ट्रांसपोर्ट में मोटिव पावर के लिए बहुत कम यूटिलाइज किया जाता है, बट इट इज बीइंग यूज्ड इंक्रीजिंगली टू प्रोवाइड ऑक्सिलरी पावर्स इन द बोट्स एंड द कार्स. मतलब ऑक्सिलरी पावर्स के लिए इसे यूटिलाइज किया जा सकता है. सोलार पार्किंग पे स्टेशंस आर आल्सो डेवलप्ड in many countries. Next, coming up to the advantages, the solar electric generation has the highest power among the renewable energies. तो electric generation के लिए सबसे ज़्यादा utilize किया जाता है, and it is a source of renewable energy also. So it can be utilized again and again in order to generate the electricity. The next is the solar power is a pollution free during use. You know that it is a pollution free. Here the pollution is not generated. Even though this energy is you can say that a source of energy where the pollution is not at all generated. And PV installation can operate for many years. मतलब एक बार हमने photovoltaic installation कर दिया है तो it can be again you can operate for many years with little maintenance. बहुत कम maintenance के साथ इसे utilize किया जा सकता है after their initial setup. ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट आर एक्सट्रीमली लो कंपेयर टू द एग्जिस्टिंग पावर टेक्नोलॉजीज. जितना भी एग्जिस्टिंग पावर टेक्नोलॉजीज है उसको जो अगर हमने कंसिडर किया तो यहाँ पे ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट जो होता है विद दैट इज वेरी लो. Next, coming up to the disadvantages, you know that the disadvantages are very few. The investment in a home mounted system may be lost if the homeowner moves and the buyer put less values to the system and than the seller. तो यहाँ पे जब a person क्या होता है homeowner when they used to move then it is of very less value. Next, the presence of a home mounted solar system can be actually increase the value of the home. अगर home में mount किया गया है solar system तो increase the value of the home in value increase मतलब home का value increase होता है. And the last is that it is totally dependent on the solar energy. So it can be only utilized when the solar energy is present. During the night it doesn't work. Even in the case of the winter season also it won't work because the sunlight is very less or intensity of sunlight is very low. So one estimate suggests that it will be longer before the solar will become a primary energy source for the world. बहुत दूर नहीं है जहाँ पे जबकि सोलर एनर्जी को एज अ सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी यूटिलाइज किया जाता है. सो यू नो दैट मेनी ऑफ द developed countries like Japan, China, they are totally switching on to the alternative source of energy as a solar energy as a main source of energy, and this is the only energy source which is not going to exhaust one day. So today we have seen solar cell, solar heater, photovoltaic arrays and photovoltaic cell, solar cell. Okay, see you on Monday. Thank you for watching.